Of the season is 𝕸𝕗𝕔𝕠𝕟, and I'll be taking you guys on a long ride. Yeah, this year it's going to be a fantastic year. We had a good time last year, and I would love you guys to keep the same energy, the same support. Please, if you're just joining me on this channel, please like, subscribe, and keep following on the video. Yes, straight up, I'll be taking you guys straight on the correct African Nations Cup that started today, and I would have loved this video to reach a little further, but we'll see all the old drama in the first match and the ones that's coming in between. But let's quickly go back to our own Nigerian team and see how we are going to reflect on what is going on. Like I have here with me, Mr. 𝕤𝕚𝕒𝕒𝕦, and you've seen him before in my video. So I would like to start this year with featuring a lot of people, but I want him back as the first person because he has a lot of comments, and we've even discussed even the content I want to give to you right now. We discussed it previously and time down number, so I feel like he's the right person for this video. So Mr. 𝕤𝕚𝕒𝕒𝕦, let's quickly talk about the Nigerian situation right now. We don't have a main striker. Like we didn't go with 𝕤𝕗𝕗𝕚, 𝕸𝕚𝕚𝕚, and 𝕟𝕚𝕚𝕚 at the moment. Then we were left with 𝕤𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚. So what do you think about the situation right now in the Nigerian camp?
Well, firstly, I would say it's good to be back here. It's been a while. Nigeria are their Super Eagles. What I just feel about this current thing is having 𝕤𝕚𝕚𝕚 at the front when we paired with 𝕟𝕚 of Union Berlin. I don't think that attack is potent enough compared to having 𝕤𝕗𝕚 or 𝔸𝕗𝕗 in the team. So it's pretty bad. It's really pretty bad that we're going into a tournament, a big tournament, like the biggest tournament in Africa, and we're not going with a potent striker. So left for me, I've never been a fan of 𝕤𝕚𝕚𝕚 actually, because it can be very wasteful. But our midfield and our back line, I know they've matured, especially our defense, and we have a promising goalkeeper. So for me, well, we've seen Guardiola win games without a main striker, but our coach is not Guardiola here. But I have this little faith that yes, we can go far. Like we can go far.
Okay,
we're not that bad.
From that talking point, like we can go far. How far do you think Nigeria can go in this competition?
Well, firstly, we have 24 teams, and there can surely be 6 best losers. So I'm very sure we're going to qualify for that. Firstly, because Egypt is only our major threat. Sudan, at times they might be hard to win, and Guinea will definitely beat those ones. So, but the major competition starts in the second round, quarterfinals and semi-finals. Nobody will want to play any big team during those periods. Like,
so with your prediction, where do you feel will
I see Nigeria. I see the Super Eagles still trying to quarterfinals. I'm very sure.
You're not seeing us in the final, or?
I can see there are a lot of teams out there. Algeria is there, they have Mahrez. Senegal is there, they have Mané. We've seen what Cameroon can do also. That's why they didn't have that spark. Burkina Faso was the better team, but at times it boils down to experience. So we have experienced players, and I believe the likes of 𝕤𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚.
So quick one with that statement. Which of our player do you feel is going to stand out the most in this competition?
Wow. Well, definitely it will be those ones that were never called in the past. They want to prove themselves. They have a lot to prove. But I'll pick 𝕗𝕗𝕗 from CSK Moscow. If he has the chance, like if the coach gives him a chance to start.
𝕗𝕗𝕗.
Well, I'll pick 𝕗𝕗𝕗 ahead of 𝕗𝕗𝕗. 𝕗𝕗𝕗 too can be very disappointing at times.
What about 𝕗𝕗𝕗?
Well, everybody has their own players, like the player that they feel, yes, this one is going to like go far and do well in the tournament. But to me, I'll pick 𝕗𝕗𝕗. Those two players would really show themselves in this tournament. Okay.
Let's just review back to the major tournament itself. Which country do you feel is going to end up in the final?
Well, I would definitely go for Algeria. They still have that same thing, that compact team, and they still have Mahrez. Egypt, I can't say about Egypt, but to me, finals, I would say the Ivory Coast in the finals. Then any other team I don't know, but Ivory Coast would definitely go.
Okay, there is this current issue now that's facing this AFCON. Without them even going anywhere, it's just a start. We're having a lot of COVID-19 cases, outbreak, bosses, and there's this one they were talking like some of the teams will be getting up over if their cases.
Yes.
If their cases is out of hands. Yes. How do you see they could manage that particular situation?
We know that there is a problem, and we have identified that problem, which is COVID-19. I think CAF said any team that has, because they expected all the teams that have come to this tournament to be COVID-19 free. So when you come into the tournament, a tournament like this, the organizers have said once they notice any team has like 50, 60, 70% of COVID-19 cases, it will be a walk over for the other team. So let's just hope and pray.
But with this, it's a global pandemic issues. It shouldn't be, because I feel like there are other ways Europe actually managed the COVID-19 situation. Even the leagues are actually managing it. There should be a time and space. Like, I understand that the competition is between a time phrase, but for me, walkover is not the answer for me. But I don't know about you.
The reason they actually chose walkover was even to prevent the players from even coming onto the pitch. And we have seen players shake hands, so they don't even want to give room to any other case. So it's better for you not to even come to the pitch at all. So that is what CAF are trying to do. Once 60% of your players or your staff or whatnot have COVID-19 issues in their camp, don't bother coming out to play any game. So I think walkover is the best option here. Don't come at all. Okay. Don't come at all.
Well, I wouldn't go further, because I felt the Burkina Faso issues were part of the reasons why most of their key players were not even in the team, because they have a lot of. It was not up to 60%. It was 40%. Some of their key players, and they were trying to protest about it. But at least they managed to pull the game out, and we were done with the first game. But quick one, let's just forget about the outcome and just talk football generally. Let's just go to the Premiership. We're talking about Liverpool, with losing its key players, its major key players, were Suarez and Salah and Mane to the AFCON. With the situation of Liverpool chasing the English Premiership with Man City, what do you see at the moment? What's your take about Liverpool at the moment?
Well, losing two of your key players, it's a big loss for them. They will have to play 4 weeks without Mane and Salah, not to forget Naby Keita and Matip. So it won't be easy. If you can remember, there were difficulties for Klopp to release those players, and that was when he had to make that statement that AFCON is a small tournament. So he disrespected the tournament, but at the same time he's just talking from the fact that he's hot, that he's losing 4 of his key players to the tournament. So for me, those 4 games, I definitely know Liverpool would drop points. He will just surely drop points, because they have to count down the likes of Firmino, who is injured, Diogo, the other guy from Portugal too, and they can't rely on those guys. Origi has not started at all. Like,
no, yesterday one league match.
Yes, but not like Mane and Salah, so they would struggle a lot.
But I think in his expression in the conference, I think he was not really trying to belittle the tournament. Okay. I mean, sometimes the way we all interpret words are different, but for us generally as Africa, we feel like he was not supposed to use that particular statement. But for him to say, like, I am not belittling this tournament, I am just trying to say something in my own kind of way, should we feel bad about it?
Well, let's go back to Alex Ferguson. I just want to talk a little about Alex Ferguson and Pep Guardiola. We all remember then, and we were like, they are racist and this, that they don't have black players in their team, especially African. But I see that, what I notice is, to my understanding, is they don't want to have any player that would have to leave and go for a tournament. They don't want to lose their major players to the CAF, because it's a January competition. So definitely, that is what I just feel about this. Definitely Liverpool are going to struggle. They will struggle.
Let's talk about the Man situation right now. The players, the coach, the coaching staff. Woodward getting to lead the CEO position this month, in the end of this month, for Richard to take over. Let's talk about the whole situation. Now they had a new coach, new tactics and everything, and the team still look a bit sluggish and struggling. And for me, I begin to see from another talking point where people don't even see, like, Manchester United need to stop being the English Euro club, like where they want to play English player all the time. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Maguire is not the best defender at this moment. Rashford is zero form right now, and we have players like Dsrwęgl, fine, is in the African Nations Cup right now, which shouldn't be sitting on the bench. We understand, Varane has been coming in and out due to injury, but I still see even Jones. Look at Jones last match. He was very, very composed in that defense. Though he hasn't played for at least 2 seasons. And talking of Maguire has been playing week in, week out.
Even went to the tournament.
Even Shane, you understand. So I feel like Man U should not be the club at this moment to say England national team.
Well, what I feel about Man U right now is, even before the new coach came in, they were struggling. He came in and there were little bit sparks like, oh, this is a promising coach, and we actually immediately we saw the impact. But everything, like we used to say, or like we've said before, most problem doesn't have to do with the coach or the players. At times it can be the board. So Man U changing the CEO, Ed now is not there anymore. I think that's
the process.
Positive, yes, that's a positive step. We definitely know Man U's new coach now will definitely not be the one to lead them next season.
Yeah.
We've seen the rumors about Pochettino leaving PSG and then taking over and Pochettino coming to Man U. So what I just feel is it's a phase. The change will be gradual. So let's not lose hope in this Man U yet. Top 4 is our priority, and if they can do well in the Champions League, fine. But top 4 is our priority, and Champions League is our priority right now.
Okay, that's by the way. Let's talk about Lukaku. Lukaku's situation coming from Inter Milan, coming from Serie A as the best player to Chelsea, and Chelsea fans bully him at some point with his social media activities. Then having an interview where he has to look back at the Chelsea fans, then he had to apologize back. How do you see that scenario right now?
Well, there's something that's happening that we don't know outside the club. Real quick, Lukaku, I feel Lukaku's problem was an emotional one, and probably he thought the fans were not a fan. It might be a boardroom issue or another issue with the coach Tuchel, but the man has come to apologize. So let's just forgive him and see what he has. He still has a lot of things to build to Chelsea. So let's just keep our fingers crossed.
Let's talk about the Barca situation right now. The Ousmane transfer, the Ousmane saga and everything.
Well, about Dembele, the club don't want to lose him again the way they lost the likes of Griezmann, Messi, Rakitic, and Suarez. All these players went for free. So we know the amount we bought Dembele, over 100 million. So Xavi has said he needs him. His contract is going to expire at the end of the season. So he might have his own issues, he might have his own ego off the pitch. But I feel Barca still needs Ousmane Dembele. The coach has said he needs him, so he doesn't have to get hold of him and he's not going anywhere.
Okay, for me, I started thinking maybe this is the French thing right now. For Pogba, this is the same situation with Pogba and Man U. We have Mbappe and PSG, the same situation. And now, but I'll leave out by the way when I come up with my transfer details and more of the transfer. Let me just give you the brief, the few part of the January transfer that happened. So I'll be coming back to give you guys the details. So let's talk about Trippier joining Newcastle from Atletico Madrid. That's a club struggling relegation. So what do you think about that?
That's a nice buy. Yes, a huge buy for Newcastle. A team that's starting to build up just like Man City. So that's a step to go to there. Rome wasn't going to make it. So it's a very nice buy for Newcastle. Having Trippier right back, that's an outstanding buy.
Okay, what do you say about Napoli captain joining?
That's terrible and heartbreaking. I'm very sure the Napoli fans will be heartbroken right now because Insigne is 30. Leo Messi is 34, Ronaldo is 37, and Zlatan is 39. He's already 40, so I think he's 40. So why will we say Insigne left Napoli to Toronto this at that age? Definitely went for the money. He went for the money.
Anyway, if you say he went for the money, I totally agree. This is the new sense of football now. Everybody wants the cake of the icing of the cake. That's by the way. And one thing is that one rumor that has been going around is, did you feel Newcastle would get at least Ancelotti from Madrid?
Wow, I really don't know about that because I don't see Ancelotti leaving Real Madrid yet. Newcastle wouldn't want to go for a coach that old. I don't think they want to go for a big coach. They want a promising coach, a young coach that's ready to bring the players together and vibe together. I don't see Ancelotti leaving Real Madrid for Newcastle. But like we said, money is everything. If he says the exact money he wants, I think he's going to.
Anyway, thank you for joining me on this channel. Please, guys, it's a long range for us to do this video, and I know the time has really exceeded my normal time. But please keep the energy, keep supporting. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please comment on this video. Thank you.